Okay, so while you were in South Africa, you were just saying that you met up with actual performers in South Africa.
So we had two components to the trip. One is that we, as the Broadway South Africa team, went and did all these arts workshops with kids and performed for kids as well as working with them, and they performed with us, and we put together these, I don't know, these showcases together where we added up all the stuff we taught them during the week and made like a little show that we got to put on at the end of the workshop. But we also got together with all of their local Broadway performers. Like I got in touch with people who had done Lion King in South Africa and Rent in South Africa and American shows down there. And I said, who are the local Broadway type celebrities that we can get in touch with, because then we put on big benefit concerts in each of the 3 cities we went to.
Oh, okay.
So what's great about that is we did the workshops during the day, but then we also wanted to make sure that other parts of the South African communities got to know who we were and what we were doing. So when we were working with the kids, we were just in those townships and it was just us with the kids. But then we did these big benefit concerts where it was all of our Broadway performers plus their local performers. So people who live in South Africa, even if they didn't know us, would come to this big benefit concert, like what we do here on Monday nights. But it was all of us plus their people. So like we had Adam Cantor on the trip, who was Mark in the final Broadway Rent. And so I got in touch with Roger from when they did Rent in South Africa, and I had them sing What You Own together. So that was stuff like that, because I wanted to be this real exchange
kind of thing,
between not just, well, here are some people from Broadway and here are some people from South Africa, but really making sure that we brought them together. So that was something really special. So we got just lots of great people. The host for the concerts was a man named Mark Raymond, who played Scar in the South African production of Lion King.
Okay.
So it was exciting because I had met Mark when he'd been in New York to see Lion King. He was just visiting and came to see the show, and so I just talked to him for a few minutes, and when we went down there, or prior to going down there, I just called him and said, I don't know if you remember me, but we're doing these concerts and I'd love for you to host. So he was great because he's really witty and droll, and he was exactly the right energy for what we did. So he hosted the concerts in Cape Town and Johannesburg, and when we were in Johannesburg, we were at the same theater where Lion King was. So the producer of our concerts, I got in touch with Peter Turin and Hazel Feldman, who are the 2 big theater producers down there, and they produced our concerts when we got down there. So there was a lot of late night phone call and Skype conversations, and I'm a late night person, so I would stay up in this very apartment. I would stay up until like 5 in the morning when their business day starts, and then email and call and Skype them, and we'd sort of set up these concerts and things. But we had great, great people. There's a woman named Samantha Pio who's a big star down there, and starred in Millie and was Roxy in Chicago, and she's the main girl down there. And she did our concerts, and this actress named Talia Kodesh, who was Mimi when they did Rent, but was Belle in Beauty and the Beast when we were there. She sang at our concert. And, this is all coming back to, I knew there was a whole point to this question. So we did all of the concerts, as benefits that people got to know what we did, but then also we wanted to connect with their Broadway community so that they can pick up some of the programs that we're doing, because one of the big challenges of a program like this is how to make it sustainable, so that we're not just going there once a year, working with some kids, and then coming home and forgetting about them. So what's been great is connecting with their local artists who are doing similar programs, and we're sort of developing programs that they can head up, so that while we're not there, they're still teaching workshops, and they can take kids to see shows and do a Q&A afterward and things like that, so that we're really making sure that this is a program that's not just us coming in once a year saying, we're from Broadway, here's some things, and then flying back. Like we're really laying the groundwork for this thing that continues in a whole lot of different directions. So people we worked with in the townships are continuing those programs with the specific kids we worked with, and then all their musical theater performers we're working with, and making sure that we have a sort of standardized curriculum so that the things we're teaching are the same things that they're teaching throughout the year. And it's just great because we all keep up and we all have the same cause, and a lot of their performers, particularly after the Johannesburg concert, came to me and said, it's amazing that you came all the way from New York to do this work, and it's making us realize that it's right next door and we're not doing anything.
Wow.
And they said, we feel sort of shamed that we've got all these opportunities to be working with kids and teaching and doing all this outreach, and we're not even doing that. And you came all the way from New York, and it took you coming to show us what we could be doing right down the street. So that was great. That's exactly what we wanted. So now they're excited about our programs, but it's great because they're the ones who can actually be doing it day to day. So it was great. And then, God bless Facebook. We keep up with all those people,
Yep.
and I know what they're doing, and it's great. It's been a really good exchange.
Yeah. What are your hopes for the next few years for Broadway in South Africa?
I think the biggest thing, it's just the little stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I can't wait till we have an office and we have a full-time staff and things like that. Because right now, everyone who's doing the project, like I'm the artistic director for Broadway in South Africa, but also the resident director of The Lion King, which is a full-time job on its own. So, right now, we're all doing double duty and squeezing and running a nonprofit on top of our other jobs. Like Sean Bradford is also in The Lion King, so he's got 8 shows a week and rehearsals during the day like I do. So it's, I'm most excited about it just growing and not being a few of us doing everything, which is really fun in that it's a few of us doing everything, but I'm excited about it growing and, having more of a full-time structure and routine so that we can just do more stuff. Because we want to set up more programs in New York, we want to set up more permanent programs in South Africa. So I'm excited about making more trips there and just getting as many people involved as possible so that it just gets bigger and bigger and we reach more and more people.
Awesome. Well, are there any last things that you
Any final
want
thoughts?
to add to tell everybody?
I'm trying to think. I'm just so excited. I could talk about this stuff all day. So I'm sad that we're running out of time, and hopefully you're still watching and not bored of this. But no, I would just say we just revamped the website, so check that out, and you'll see we've got footage from the trip and things like that. Join our Facebook group. Come see our concerts. Donate money. All those things. We just want people to be involved. It's such an exciting thing, and it's called Broadway in South Africa, but it's more like Broadway and artists and activists all just getting together and doing good things in the world. So it sort of starts with Broadway and it starts with South Africa, but we wanted to expand so that it's just a huge service organization, and anyone who wants to be involved can, and we'll reach as many people as possible.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you so much for sitting down
Thank
with
you,
us.
Nicole.
We really appreciate it. So check out Broadway in South Africa.